Hey everybody, back again with another movie review. This time we will be reviewing the movie Gods of Egypt. Now, before I get into the review, I'm just going to let it be known I am not going to address any of the casting controversy that this movie had. That is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to review the movie. So, don't care about it, not going to talk about it. Just the movie. So with that out the way, this movie bombed in every sense of the word in theaters. And I went in watching this with incredibly low expectations. I was expecting an absolute heap of turd with this movie. And I didn't get that. It's not a terrible movie. It's not a great movie. It's not even a good movie. But it's not terrible. It does have some redeeming qualities to it. Enough to where I think it's worth buying? No. Enough to maybe spend $1 or $2 at a Redbox or a VOD service to watch? Possibly. Possibly. If you were interested in seeing this movie, that's how I would recommend seeing it. So, the probably I would say one of the best parts about this movie is the visuals. The CG, the landscapes, I mean, they are gorgeous. The movie looks great for the most part. There are a few times in this movie where the CG is laughable. Like it's something from the 80s. And it's not often, it's only, like I said, maybe 2 or 3 scenes in the entire movie. But other than that, the CG looks amazing. You know, when the characters turn into their form, I don't know if you want to call it like an animal form or some battle armor, whatever, they look phenomenal. They really, really do. And I give a ton of props for that. The plot story, be a little to be desired for. The characters are cookie cutter for the most part. Your main characters, anyway. There's some side characters that are better than the entire movie. I will say Jeffrey Rush, his character and his whole story, and I want to see a movie with him. I do. He is by far the best part of this whole movie. Is his character, his scenes. They're absolutely the best part of this movie. I wish there was more, and I would really like to go see a movie of him playing Ra. He plays Ra, the sun god. So, I would love to see that. Did we get that enough of him? No. I wish we did, because it was awesome. The other characters, like I said, they're mostly cookie cutter. You got Gerard Butler, who plays Set. It's in the trailer, so it's no big spoiler. He's basically the villain. He tries to take over the world, and it's a cookie cutter villain, cookie cutter reasoning, cookie cutter everything. And I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones plays Horus. I know I'll butcher his name if I try to pronounce it, so I'm not going to. And again, cookie cutter character, cookie cutter storyline, cookie cutter plot, cookie cutter everything about them. The other characters, same deal. It's all cookie cutter. There's nothing unique or special or interesting about any of them, and it shows. It really does. Now, the one thing I will give this movie a little more props for is the way that they portray the other gods in Egyptian mythology. They are very different in terms of looks and what they do, and I liked it. Like I said, obviously you got Set and Horus, Ra. Toth. I'm sure I probably pronounced that wrong, but there's plenty of them, and all of them are very unique, and visually, I will say, their characters and the way they're portrayed give a lot to be desired. There's a scene involving the Sphinx that was interesting, a little bit of humor, but underused in my eyes. You know, it's a great movie if you're interested in Egyptian mythology, because it shows you a lot of those deities and myths and things like that, and it's pretty good. I mean, the Anubis is in the movie for a little bit. He's really good. He's just basically a CG character, so, you know, say what you will about it. But the movie overall, it's not a good movie. I mean, the acting is okay. The visuals are about the best part of the movie, except for those few scenes where it's so laughable, and it just pulls you out of the movie 100% when you see these scenes. Rufus Sewell, I think is his last name. He's in the movie again, playing typical villain like he always does now. Is a completely forgettable character. You know, he's supposed to be the big second in command henchman kind of guy to set, and you watch him in the movie and you're just like, whatever. There's no reason we should be afraid of you. So, you know, all in all, not a great movie. It was better than I expected, but again, not a movie I would watch ever again, ever. Even if it's on TV, I'll never will watch this movie. So, you know, I'll give it a 1.75 out of 5. You know, it has some redeeming qualities. Geoffrey Rush, like I said, his whole deal, his character, his story is, I want to see an entire movie with him. The CG, with the exception of the few scenes, is phenomenal. Everything else is lackluster and forgettable. Alright, I know I said I wouldn't talk about it, but, you know, just a smidge. This movie would not have been better if they had cast Egyptians or people from, you know, Egypt or whatever in this movie. It's just a bad movie. And nothing could have helped that. So, that point's irrelevant. It would not have made this movie any better. So, that's it. Like I said, if you're interested in watching this movie, I'd say maybe spend the buck and go to a Redbox. If you got $2, get it on like Comcast VOD or whatever VOD service you use. So, that's it. I'm done talking about this trash heap. So, I will bring this video to a close, and we'll see you next time.